so many times, said it was forever, said our love will always be true. Do something in my heart always knew I'd be lying here beside you on my own. Why did it end this way? This wasn't how it was supposed to be. I wish that we could do it all again. No, I don't. That's a lie. I'm glad you're gone, girl. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so stupid. That has absolutely nothing to do with the video that I'm about to review. And you guys asked for this because I said last week, I said, you know what? I don't think I'm going to keep reviewing this, but I got to give a shout out to all of you that have been watching and the ones that watched last week. Shout out to Keithan Chester, Miranda Belthorpe, DB, Curran Rowland, LR Turner, how you doing? A Henderson, Simply Be Yourself, 100. All the rest of you, you guys, I love all of you. And, you guys said keep reviewing it. You like the reviews. So since you said that, here I am to review episode, tell me, what was this? Episode 8? If it's not episode 8, correct me. Episode 8 of Tyler Perry's soap opera drama comedy, The Oval. I'm doing all this yakking and I didn't say who I was. What's up, y'all? This is Ty. I'm Ty. For all of you who don't know, welcome. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's pick up where we left off with Piggy, Barry, and Gail. Now, Barry and Piggy are cousins, and Gail is the president's daughter. Gail lied on Barry, said he tried to rape her, and she's madly in love or infatuated with Piggy, the drug dealer that her family disapproves of. So now she's in bed with Piggy. In walks Barry. Now I have a question before we go into that. Why was the room... last week I said, what's with the red light? But now I'm thinking, that wasn't a red light. That was more like a pink light or a champagne colored light. Why was the room that color? Is this what, I'm not a... Why? Who has, first of all, who has the red light still? Who does that? But okay, I guess I don't know. This is what they're doing now. This is what the new drug dealers are doing. They have the pink light or the champagne light. Why was the room that color? That's the first. I know. I'm picky, right? Oh, look at that. I'm picky. You see how I did that? Anyway, I'm like, why? What is that? So she's laying in the bed with Piggy, and Barry is like ready to blow her spot up. So Barry tells Gail, you need to tell him what happened. And Piggy's like, yo, man, what happened? What's going on? And he's like, Barry says to Piggy, you don't know who that is? And all this stuff. And I'm like, who doesn't know who she is? Who wouldn't know? You should know. You young. You should know that that's the president's daughter. I'm just saying. It had to be all over TV when they got elected, when the family got in the inauguration. Nobody realized that's the first. Anyway, so... Gail is fronting. She's saying, like, I don't know him, whatever. So Barry had to pull a card, and he said, yeah. Let me get what he said. He says, she took one look at me, and she got thirsty. That happens to me all the time. They take one look at me, they get thirsty. So I knew what you meant, Barry. That happens to me all the time. One look at me, and they just, I open that shirt, I show them muscles, they lose it. So I get it. So he said that, and she denies it. She says he's lying. And Piggy is like, Barry don't lie. Barry's my cousin. So they reveal. So now Gail knows that the man that she accused of rape, she lied on, and the man that she is in love with, I guess, they're cousins. But you see that was a bros before hoes move, because Piggy was like, get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. He just wants Gail out. So he tells Gail to leave. He's done with her, whatever. And then him and Barry had this conversation in the room, and he's like, "Yeah, man, um, I'm so glad you told me that because I've been trying to get rid of her." That's what Piggy says at first to Barry. But then Piggy says, "Oh man, she do these things with her throat." And then Barry says to him, "Oh well, don't be messing with that girl. You need to leave her alone." I'm like, he just threw her out. So why are you telling him leave that girl alone? He just threw her out. I don't think he's going to be messing with her because anymore because he said she's not good for business. She's not good for his operation. Isn't that what he said in the last episode? So anyway, they're having this conversation. Turns out Piggy knows Denis too. And Barry lets him know. He says, "Hey, I'm going to sit here and wait till Denis gets back because, you know, there's some crazy stuff going in that White House, man." Meanwhile, Gail done left. We don't know where Gail went. He's like, "There's some crazy stuff going on in that White House. They called Denis over there." So Denis knows Piggy too. Look at that. But my thing is, Barry, you're waiting for Denis to come back. Is she coming to Piggy's house? How will you know when she's back? Are you going to call her and ask her when she gets back? So he's like, "Yeah, I'm just going to wait here." And he's just sitting on the bed with Piggy. Just wait. You can't sit on the couch. You can't go in the living room. You're going to sit on the bed with me after I done smashed Gail here. Now my cousin is sitting on the bed. Just wait. I'm just going to sit here on the bed where, you know, you just smashed Gail, the girl who just accused me of rape. But I'm going to sit here on the bed. I mean, that's possible. That happens. But me, just, I'm a germaphobe. I would have been like, "Ugh, germs." I would have been like, "No, yeah, she lies. She's a liar. She's no good." But I'm not going to sit on the bed after she leaves. I'm going to be standing in the doorway or I'm going to be in the living room. But see, look at me trying to rewrite the show. That's not what happened in the show. Anyway, we see a conversation. Well, Barry's waiting for Denis to get back. Then we see a conversation with Secret Service, and they found out that the Sparrow is loose. That is their code word for Gail. She is the Sparrow. Why is she the Sparrow? I don't know. But she's the Sparrow, so they're trying to figure out why she's loose, what happened. And this conversation between the lovely First Lady and the incompetent president was hilarious. Okay, he's laying on the couch on his laptop, and she comes in there, and she's trying to tell him that their daughter is missing. Boy, excuse me, she says, "That little bitch you call a daughter is missing." I'm like, somebody please explain to me why the First Lady hates everybody. What is with this woman? She hates it. Still your child. She hates this girl. She wants to know what's going on. She wants to know. They had this weird dialogue where I think she said, "I should bite the hell out of you." And he said, "Bite me, please." It was just hilarious. And then she said, "We still have a problem." This is the First Lady talking to her husband. She said, "We still have a problem." He says, "Yes, you're breathing." Then he said he had to work on, so he was working on the laptop. And she said, "I can see the porn in the reflection of your glasses." This president is wild. So he's sitting here in the White House, sitting on the laptop, watching porn. This show, I'm telling you, this show cracks me up. So, meanwhile, the First Lady says to him, she says, "Where's your security? Where's Max? You better not have sent him to go get that chick. You know, the one I beat down. You better not bring her in here. If she comes back in here, there's going to be a problem." So then the president decides to call Max to see what's going on. And he tells him, you know, she's still walking around here. So hold Denis off until further notice. You know, take her somewhere else until I can get the First Lady out of my hair, basically. So now we see Denis and Max in the car. And she's like, "This is kidnapping. You need to let me go. And what if this gets out to the press? Because, you know, I don't think I want to go. Why are you holding me here?" And, you know, here's Max with this, "Ma'am, Ma'am, 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 ma'am. He says that 1,000 times. It must be really easy for that actor to learn it. Or most of the people who play the Secret Service agents, it shouldn't take anything for them to learn their lines. Because they say sir and ma'am like it's nobody's. I mean, that the whole script must be sir, 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 ma'am, ma'am. Cast me so I can say yes, ma'am, ma'am, sir, ma'am, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, yes, the sparrow's lost. Yes. So Max has Denise, and it looked like Denise. I thought Max and Denise was about to get it on because Denise is telling him, "You find me sexy, don't you? I see how you look at me." And she's demonstrating how, or telling him how the president likes her with her legs this way and that way. And she's trying to seduce him, and she's saying, "You know, you need to let me out of this car." Meanwhile, this strange hatred that Max and the other agent, Alex, have for each other. Alex? No, I'm sorry. Max and Kyle. Now, Kyle hates Max, and Kyle is gay, and Kyle has a thing for Donald. And it also looks like Kyle, I'm putting all this together. Y'all help me out in the comments if I'm wrong. It looks like Kyle and, let me check my notes here. What's that dude's name that so shot up? This is a terrible review. I don't know nobody's name. What is the dude's name? What's the dude's name, y'all? Anyway, we gonna call him the dude that ain't got no shirt on, that slept with the Donald's wife in the airport. Well, they don't have the big dude that don't have no shirt on, and he still has these wounds. And thank God he ain't died yet. He need to go to the hospital. Looks like him and Kyle must have had a relationship in the past, because there was a dialogue where he said to him, Kyle is telling him, "You need to get out of my house." And then he mentioned something where he's like, "Yeah, you know, you and I, you know what you really like." So I'm putting two and two together. Kyle had a thing for Donald, or maybe messed around with Donald, and then he sent dude with the bandages that Donald's wife shot to seduce her, I guess, to mess up that marriage. Is that what's going on here? I think that's what's going on here, because because Kyle mentioned that him and Mr. Bandages, the muscle man with the bandages, I don't know his name, forgot his name. He mentioned that him and him had a relationship, and the guy was like, "I swear I ain't never got that drunk. I'll never get that drunk again. You know, I'll never get that drunk again." So it looked like on a drunken night, Kyle tapped that, you know what. I was cracking up. So I'm saying, so this big dude, Kyle got you drunk. I know they was army buddies or something like that. So Kyle got you drunk, and he got in, you and him got it on. Wow. So I guess they'll explore more of that story. Kyle also threw Max under the bus, saying that Max is not a good fit for the security because Sparrow, Gail, got away. And if this was up to Kyle, this wouldn't have happened if he was in charge. So he's telling the president, "You should let me handle this," because Kyle don't know what he's doing. It was crazy. It was crazy. What else happened? That was Bobby. That's his name. The muscle dude's name is Bobby. So Kyle and Bobby, they messed around before. But Bobby's saying he ain't gay. He's saying, "Nah, man, I was drunk and that'll never happen again." You was really drunk for that. Dude, I'm just saying. For that to happen, you was really drunk. That's a whole lot of drunk. So one of my favorite parts of the night was Miss Nancy. Miss Nancy sitting in the living room with Sharon, and in walks, who busts in? A cult member. Remember that cult? What are their names? The Ramadushi. The Ramadushi. So she comes in here with the bloody nose and the busted lip and all bruised up. And Miss Nancy, you know, Miss Nancy's, she love the Lord. She a church-faring woman. She like, "You old demon, get on out of here. I'm going to call the cops on you." And the cult member explains to her, the cops are in on this. And she tells her, I had nowhere else to go. They tried to kill me because I wanted to get out of the cult, the Ramalama Ding Dong cult. I wanted to get out of that cult, and there's no way out but death. And she's like, you gotta help me. And Miss Nancy's like, Lord have mercy, child. I'm gonna call the cops on her. That is not of God. I'm calling the cops on you. So she's saying she's gonna call the cops on her. But Sharon's like, wait. Maybe, she can help us. And she's telling her, listen, the cops are in on this cult too. So that explains why that cop would not help Nancy when they first took that child out of that house. Because the Ramadushi cult is also part of law enforcement. I'm telling you, this is craziness. So they sit her down, they give her some soup, and she's explaining more about the cult and the higher one. What was his name? The highest. The highest. The highest. He's the leader. He picks everybody up from like rehab, people that are downtrodden. That's how he gets them. And Miss Nancy was like, the highest? He ain't no highest. His name is Tyrone Luckett. Tyrone Luckett. A whole scam artist is what she basically said. He's a big old scam artist. He ain't nothing but a con. He is not of God. And Miss Nancy would know, because Nancy loved the Lord, so she would know. He is not a God. Tyrone ain't nothing but a hustler. And she said, all you had to do was Google it. And the cult member said, oh, well, he told us that was just lies to just defame his name, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Now, here's my thing, what I wasn't understanding. Y'all gave this cult member some soup, but nobody gave her a towel or some tissue to wipe her face. She still got the blood in the... Come on now, you sitting to my table with the blood in it, but you can have soup. And she's telling her, she's telling Sharon where things get... where the cult be at and who's this. They're going to try to find this child. They want to find Barry's child. But I'm saying, y'all couldn't clean her face? You really couldn't? Come on, Miss Nancy, you a Christian. You could have said, Lord, wipe her face off, and then I'll call the cops on or something. But Miss Nancy's so pissed off with her, she just wants a grandchild back. So she's just pissed off. But I'm saying, Sharon, somebody wipe the girl's face. She's sitting there eating food with the blood on her face still. Come on. She's been in the house. Clean her up first. Clean her up, then feed her. That's how I look at it. Now, another thing I thought was interesting. Well, another thing, Donald's wife, she wants answers. And Donald is not giving her these answers. And she wants to know what happened to the man that I shot. What's going on? And remember, Bobby called her last week and told her that she was in danger and somebody's trying to destroy her. So she's pissed off with her husband. And I'm like, the nerve of you. You want to know what happened to the man that you shot? Why don't you tell your husband the truth? This is also the man that you gave it up to in the bathroom. So you just worried about your cover being blown because you open your legs in the bathroom to a man that you did not know, and then you end up shooting him and all this other crazy stuff. So she's pissed off because she feels like her husband is leaving her out in the dark. Now, the team is out looking for Gail. So Kyle is on a mission to look for Gail. Max still has Denise in the car, but he's going out to look for Gail because the president... Find Gail, damn it. Find her. They got to find Gail. Gail is walking around the hood in her maid outfit, and here comes the thugs. Oh, before I get to that, Barry's father is looking for him, so he comes to the neighborhood to look for Barry. And here are those street thugs. They're about to get in a fight with Barry's father, and he's like, where's Piggy? Piggy comes on out of there. Piggy's the man, so Piggy squashed everything. And he doesn't give up Barry. He doesn't let Barry's father know that Barry's out there. And he doesn't let Barry know that his father's out there. I'm sorry. And he says something that I thought was very funny. He tells those street thugs, he said, y'all broke thugs. You need to get a real job. You broke thugs. And then this very interesting conversation with Barry and Piggy, where Piggy tells Barry, you are better than me. You are not about this life and having a gun and all this stuff. And I'm looking at the screen like, Piggy, you ain't about this life. If Piggy's a thug, I'm a thug. That's all I'm going to say. You ain't about this life. You're not even convincing me, Piggy. Come on. You ain't about this life, Barry. No, it should have been, we ain't about this life, Barry. I know, this episode, but you know what? It wasn't crazy enough for me. I want to see some fights. I want to see somebody running into a wall. What happened to all the action like before? I need the First Lady to beat somebody up. I need somebody to get into a fight. I need the foolishness that made me watch this thing. And that episode I first saw that, I was like, this is crazy. Where is that? Y'all getting a little too tame. Y'all need to amp it up some because I need some of that. Somebody need to get into a fight, something. So anyway, they're looking for Gail. Secret Service decides to go to Jean's house. Jean is the maid. Now, Jean is the maid that drove the getaway car for Gail, but she didn't know Gail was in the back of her trunk. So now Secret Service comes to Jean's house and they take Jean's car because this is classified information. We need your car. They take her car. Why are you taking her car? Gail is not in the car. What you taking the car for? First of all, you're the worst Secret Service ever. You got all those cameras. How did y'all not see this girl put on a maid outfit? How did y'all not see her get away? Because the brother, with his crazy self, what he calls a diversion. Y'all know he crazy. Why wasn't y'all watching him? Fire the whole Secret Service. This Secret Service sucks. They're terrible. They're terrible. You'll be better off with a security at Target, damn it, because that's where they need to go anyway. Because that's basically, this is terrible. Terrible security. Terrible Secret Service. So anyway, good old Gail is walking in the hood, you know, and those thugs, it looks like the same thugs too that approached Barry's father or got into it with Barry's father. The good old thugs is following her. You know, they doing the stereotypical, yeah, baby, yeah. Because, you know, that's how they do in the hood. That's how they do. Yeah, yeah, baby, yeah, come here, mama. And, you know, she gives them the finger. And they done grabbed up Gail. It looks like they taking her in the building somewhere. Are they kidnapping her? Are they going to rape her? I don't know. But they got Gail. Gail's in danger. So that is where I'm leaving on. We got to find out what's going to happen to Gail next week. Is this Colt Ramadushi? Are we getting closer to finding Barry's daughter? What happened to the pharmacy dude? Where's he at? Are the police still looking for Barry? When is Barry going to get turned in? You know, when is Barry going to get caught by the police? Because isn't he a suspect in Nancy's murder? I guess we'll have to find that all out next week. Because you guys have me reviewing it. You love the reviews. I hope you love this one. I thought it was I think I kind of was a little whack tonight. But anyway, thank you for watching. Tell me your thoughts. If there's something I missed or something I messed up, let me know below. But you know what? This show, I need them to ramp it up again. I need some fights. I need to see the cult members. I want Nancy and one of the cult members to be fighting and throwing tables. I need the craziness. I need that again because that is what made me laugh. Y'all not making me laugh the way I want to laugh. You know what should have happened? I was expecting Barry's father to get into a fight out there with the street thugs or something. Give me something. Give me, you know, Gail should have been, she should have been doing karate or something when them thugs grabbed her. Give me some action. I need some more. I need more. So, I mean, the episode was, I need some more. I need y'all to, because the show is outrageous, so I need it to stay outrageous. I mean, it is outrageous. It needs to stay outrageous. But that's it. That's all I have to say for now. Tell me your thoughts. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? I have other videos, guys. If y'all want, go check out my other videos. I have a video that one of the shows I did last month in Connecticut where I was singing a Stevie Wonder classic, Loves and Needing Love. Check that out. Show a brother some love. Tell me if you like it or not. But that's it. Gotta go. Don't want this to be too long. You be blessed, and I will see you later. I am out.